Should I hire a commercial real estate agent, and what are the costs? Have you been put in charge of a commercial real estate transaction but not sure where to start? Maybe you have your own business and are ready for your first space, or perhaps you're trying to renew your lease for an existing space. You may be asking yourself, should I hire a commercial real estate agent, or should I try to do it myself first? Great question. And you've come to the right place for the right answers. Hi, I'm Nick Zager with Mirlo Real Estate Partners, and I'm here to help you make important real estate decisions for your business. I am a commercial real estate agent specializing in tenant representation, and I'm going to explain to you why you should hire a commercial real estate agent, specifically a tenant representative like myself, to help you with your next real estate transaction. I will also explain how commercial real estate agents get paid and what you can expect the cost to be. So first things first, why should you hire a commercial real estate agent? The short answer is hiring a commercial real estate agent will save you lots of time and money. You have your own job to do with your own business to run. How much time can you really afford to dedicate to a real estate transaction? If you do it yourself, will you be giving the process as much time as it deserves? Typically, a commercial lease transaction can take up to 30 to 40 hours from research, touring, and negotiating. Real estate is often a company's second highest fixed expense behind payroll. It has a huge impact on your budget and therefore warrants the proper amount of time and effort to be fully thought through. Hiring an expert will help you stay on track and make the most of your time and energy. A commercial real estate agent will also know the exact steps to take and guide you through the process, so you only need to be involved in the necessary decisions, not the time-consuming little ones. You will also gain assurance that you are taking the right steps, which will only benefit your efforts on getting the right deal. If you seem to not know what you are doing, a landlord will recognize that immediately, and you will lose a lot of leverage. A real estate agent will also save you money on your deal, potentially tens or even hundreds of thousands of dollars. As you may know, commercial leases are much more often than not 3 to 5 or even 10 years long, with each year's rent increasing annually. Adding the rent up for multiple years quickly amounts to hundreds of thousands or even millions of dollars. So even if you save $1 per square foot on your first year's rent, you would be amazed at how much that snowballs over a long period of time. Rent is not the only money factor on the table either when it comes to a commercial real estate transaction. Commercial leases have many deal points, such as tenant improvement allowance, or in other words, how much money a landlord gives a tenant to make the space function for them. This type of deal term is negotiable too, and working with a tenant representative is going to be your best way to use the leverage specific to your needs in order to get you the best possible terms from your landlord. This leads me to my last point on what a commercial real estate agent does for you, and that is negotiating directly with the landlord or their landlord's agent so you don't have to. Your landlord is someone you will need to have an ongoing relationship for many years, and negotiating directly with the landlord may not be the best way to establish or maintain a good relationship. You and your landlord have conflicting interests. Your goal is to pay the least amount of rent possible, and your landlord's goal is to get the most amount of rent possible. Even the nicest and best landlords are going to look out for their own financial interests. And who can blame them? Some landlords may negotiate with their tenants directly themselves, but often they will hire their own representative to handle this task instead. They do this for a few reasons. Not only do they not have the time themselves to negotiate each deal, it is to their advantage for them to have their own expert on their side. But they also want to maintain a good relationship with their tenants too. By using a real estate agent to indirectly negotiate terms, they can stay at an arm's length away, making it appear they are still the good guy, even if their negotiations get uncomfortable. The same should go for you. By using your own real estate agent, you too can stay away from any heated discussions caused by lease negotiations. So we've covered the big reasons why you should hire a real estate agent, but now we need to get to the costs for you as a tenant. Well, the good news is hiring a tenant representative does not cost you anything. You may wonder then how a tenant representative would get paid. Well, the landlord actually pays their commission. For each real estate transaction, the landlord sets aside funds to cover the commission. This commission gets split between both the landlord's agent and the tenant's agent. If a tenant does not have their own representation, the landlord will either give their own agent more of the commission or save the money themselves. This is partially why landlords get excited when tenants do not have representation. Not only does it make the job of negotiating a deal easier, but it saves them a lot of money. Sometimes a landlord may put pressure on a tenant to negotiate lease renewal themselves, but tenant representatives have the experience to know how to handle landlords who may be reluctant to pay a commission, so it will not be the tenant's job to handle that discussion. You have the right to representation, and don't let a landlord convince you otherwise. Commercial real estate is incredibly complex, and if you aren't an insider, good information can be very difficult to come by. In my practice, I'm always learning and growing, and I like to diligently serve my clients and provide them the best tools to make the right decisions for their real estate. So if you have any specific questions or comments about anything I've said, feel free to contact me directly by email or phone, or leave a comment below. If you found value or liked the video and would like more information about how to properly navigate the commercial real estate world, check out these other videos. Again, I'm Nick Zager with Mirlo Real Estate Partners, and I can't wait to connect with you again.